If you're looking for a city with a small town feel but with the convenience of a large city nearby, I have just the place for you and I can't wait to show you. Let's go check it out. Everyone, welcome to Oregon Expeditions. My name is Rudy Gadibai. I am a mortgage loan officer with Synergy One Lending. Today I'm here with Eric Rafferty from the Realty One Group, Willamette Valley. And today we're going to go over what you can expect if you live in Independence, Oregon. Everything from the cost of living to different events, different restaurants, everything you want to know. Eric has lived in Oregon for how long?
Moved here in 2006 from Illinois, so I've been here for about 17 years now.
Very nice, and I have lived here my whole entire life. So if you're planning on moving to the area and you need some help in that transition, our information is located here. Please reach out and we'd be very happy to help you with that. Okay, Eric, I understand you're a bit of a history buff. It's something you really enjoy.
I don't know about history buff, but I do enjoy learning about history, both in real estate and geographically. So yeah, Independence was actually founded in 1845 by Alvin Thorpe, and he did blazed the Oregon Trail. I don't know if he necessarily blazed the Oregon Trail, but he took the Oregon Trail from Independence, Oregon, from Independence, Missouri, out to Independence, Oregon, and actually named it Thorpe's Town of Independence originally.
Okay, it's a beautiful name. I am sure glad they revised it though.
Yeah, yeah. A little self-centric with the original name, but
narcissistic. Yeah. Independence is located in Polk County, Oregon. It's the same county as West Salem, actually, which is weird. And the rest of Salem is Marion County. It's probably, I would say, about 10-15 minute drive from South Salem where I live, so it's very close. The population in Independence is approximately 10,000, so it's pretty small. Could you tell us maybe a little bit about the median house prices in Independence?
Yeah, absolutely. As of April 2023, the median listing home price in Independence was $440,000, trending up about 14.3% year over year. The median listing home price per square foot was $279 per square foot. The median home sold price was about $515,000.
And that seems kind of high for such a small town. I wonder why you think the median home price is $515,000.
Keeping in mind that it is a median home price and there's been a lot of new construction recently, the newer homes it seems like are selling right around that $450 to $550 mark.
Yeah.
It's probably, at least from what we saw, about a third of the town is newer construction. It's definitely booming at this point. In addition, Independence being in a rural environment tends to have more lots or properties with acreage, which then, increases the median price as those properties sell for more than your standard residential single family.
Yeah. So we're thinking more construction, and people live in their houses probably for a long time over there.
It seems like it. It seems like people really stay in their community there.
Yeah, so not a lot of older homes going up for sale.
Not a lot,
I would think, yeah.
As we were driving around, we just saw not a whole lot of the older homes for sale, but a lot of new construction being put up and for sale.
Yeah. So I think that's a big factor in such a high median price.
Yeah, absolutely.
For home in Independence.
I would agree.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about events that happen down at the Riverview Park, which is a huge park in Independence. I think it's the biggest draw for crowds and recreation in the city. The biggest event being their Independence Day Festival, which draws a huge crowd. What would you say, probably?
From what I was reading, it draws about 20,000 people, which is double the population of the town.
Yeah, so it gets wild. A lot of the business owners we talked to said that they have a hard time accommodating all these people when they come to their town because they're just busting at the seams.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it every year.
The highlight of the Independence Day Festival in Independence is a stunning fireworks display that illuminates the sky over the Willamette River, leaving the crowds mesmerized in awe. It's an unforgettable experience that people from all over come to enjoy.
So other events they have at the Riverview Park are movies in the park, during the summer. It's July and August. It starts at 9:30 p.m. It's a little bit late, but that's what time the sun goes down. Bring your lawn chair, bring your blanket, have the kids come. They can play in the park if they get bored. They also have music festivals.
They do. Free live concerts July and August on Friday nights, and they have food trucks that start around 6 p.m. So you can grab a bite to eat and listen to some great live entertainment.
Yep, generally some cover bands. They usually have opening acts starting at 6, and then the main event starts at 8.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. They also have family-friendly events such as Touch the Truck.
Touch a Truck event. Bring the kiddos out and they can touch a fire truck or a dump truck, bulldozer. I know my nephew would love something like that.
And I believe they have just some brew fests, and they have Christmas events, just all sorts of things throughout the year.
It's a really picturesque little downtown area with the old buildings on the, I guess it'd be the west side of Main Street, and then Riverview Park on the east side.
Oh, the hotel that's right next door is pretty cool. Haven't you stayed there before?
Yeah, Independence Hotel. Rented out the whole rooftop area for my wedding and had really great service, great food there.
Yep.
It was a fun time. The rooftop was definitely the best part of it.
Yeah.
All of our guests could gather up there, and we had a happy hour up there one night, and then the next day we had just breakfast up there the day after our wedding.
Yeah. So great hotel. I think it's the only one in Independence.
Yeah, it's the only one that I saw when we were there, and it's modern, and I mean they even have EV chargers in the parking lot. It's right on the riverfront there, so the restaurant looks over the river.
Mm-hmm. The Willamette.
The Willamette River.
Mm-hmm. During the day that we were at Independence, we stopped at a few of the local hotspots, starting off at the Pink House, which has a very interesting historical background.
Yeah, we got a great breakfast there. I actually got the frittata, which I could highly recommend. Nice. And the house in itself is really cool. It's one of the original houses to Independence. It was built originally in 1975, and it's been moved 2 times. It was moved from its original location in 1913, was the first move. Wow. And then when they got ready to build the Independence Cinema in 2007, they moved the house the year previous in 2006, just across the street there from where it currently is at.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's amazing that they're able to do this with such an old house. I would think it would just fall apart.
I would think so too. It seems like a lot of old houses were moved. For whatever reason, they decided to move them back then versus just leave them and rebuild or knock them down. Yes. But I'm glad this one's been preserved for almost 150 years now.
Wow.
And it's serving,
that's impressive.
Serving customers every day. And apparently, according to one of the waiters there, it's also haunted. Mm-hmm. He says if you drive by about 2, 3 in the morning, sometimes you can see a doll in the upstairs window.
And as Eric mentioned, it was moved for the cinema, which is across the street. And I believe this is the only cinema in Independence, but it's another thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Go catch
it. Got movies, yeah.
Yep. It's got movies.
It's got movies.
That's what cinemas do. They show movies.
During a visit, we mostly stayed downtown on the Strip, but on the way downtown, we found a very interesting antique shop.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the antique shops.
Yeah, that was really rad. You were a big antiquer.
I saw an antique gnome, and I had to hit the brakes and go back for it.
Literally hit the brakes.
Yes, and now it's in my garden at home.
Yeah, yeah. And there's just like a lot of really cool, unique little things in there.
There was.
Like a barber chair. There was a squirrel
that climbed the wall. I've never seen a squirrel climb directly up the wall. But
apparently it's a menace.
Yeah.
Yep, it's hanging out there.
Dennis the Menace.
Dennis
the Menace, the squirrel.
Exactly, probably what its name was.
Probably.
There is also an antique shop downtown, if you wanted to do that instead. This sweater would look really cute on you.
It's a small town gal.
Living in a lonely world.
Main Street, yeah. That's
on Main Street. Oh, Main Street. There's so many things to do on Main Street. We started off at the museum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was
it's
about a
fun-
block off of Maine. Was the Heritage was just the Heritage Museum, the Independence Heritage Museum.
Yeah, it's a fun little adventure to go to with your family. Take your kids. It's free.
Yeah, and it talks about the history of independence, starting from its founding in 1845 up through the Columbus Day storm in the 60s. So there's a lot of really good information in there. After that, we were a little thirsty, so we ended up stopping into the Golden Hop Saloon. Had a delicious blackberry bourbon drink cocktail of some sort. It was perfect.
Yeah, I guess they do karaoke every Thursday. They have we talked to the owner, and they're having a Latin night
For Cinco de Mayo, they did.
for Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, so all sorts
Yes.
of all sorts
And
of
live
activities.
music every Friday and Saturday night.
Oh dang, there's live music galore. In
I know,
Independence.
yeah.
If you're looking for a good time, some
Yeah,
live music.
Looking for a night out. I'm gonna go to Independence next time. I'm trying to go out.
Yeah. Back on Maine, we went to Jubilee's Dessert and Champagne Shop. This place was picturesque. Very.
Everything in there is bright white, and the cupcakes are just man. I had a tough time deciding what to get.
Yeah, they have very unique desserts. I'm sure it had espresso.
Espresso.
Yeah, and it had Bailey's, and it had a scoop of vanilla ice cream, and it had cinnamon, and it had deliciousness.
That is so good.
It was everything you could want all in one.
I had an impeccable red velvet cupcake. Red velvet's my favorite, and a glass of prosecco. It was the perfect afternoon snack.
Oh, that sounds light and refreshing.
It was great.
Yeah.
We went into Valkyrie, met the owner there, Savannah, great hostess, and she sampled us through a number of her wines, and then we ended up having a glass of the Cab Franc, Cab Franc Cab Sauv. It was blended.
It was fantastic. And I know nothing about wine, but Savannah was a very good teacher. She taught me a lot, as were you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dabble.
There was this phenomenal combination of wine that I forgot what we had, but it was you had to drink a wine previous to having this wine, and it made the after wine taste like bubble gum.
Bubble gum. Straight up bubble gum.
It smells like bubble gum.
Never have I ever.
I'm gonna chew it. I'm gonna chew it. Yeah.
And blow a bubble.
Oh my
Never.
gosh. Yeah, it is crazy. That is just like bubble gum. Wow. Okay. Is it only like this after you drink
That's
the one
what
we
she
previously
said.
had?
That's what she
Because
said.
amazing.
We went to Valkyrie. We had a great tasting.
We did. The place itself, the building was phenomenal. It was huge inside. The decor was pretty cool. It had a fireplace, nice and cozy. And then we went to Second Chance Bookstore.
Oh yeah, the narrow but very full rows of books there.
Yeah.
And who was it? Was telling us that there's going to be a scent that people don't know any. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be put into
an extinct smell.
yeah. The old book, dusty book smell is gonna be a distinct extinct smell.
So we made sure to really take it into our.
But they were gonna preserve the smell somehow.
Yeah, they're going to try to preserve it, capture it. I don't know. We're just making stuff up now.
I thought they were. They're gonna like enter it into like a
Into a database.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you
Smell.
capture smell.
I don't know.
Just keep one book.
You-
The dustiest, smelliest book they can find.
Yeah,
and,
put it in a jar.
That's good. Preserved.
Yeah, what do you? How else do you preserve a smell?
That sounds.
Well, you probably don't preserve like the whole book. You probably take like some pages from the book,
Yeah.
put it in there,
I have no idea.
put it into like a grinder of sorts.
a grinder. Now
You
we're gonna grind the
pages.
book up
Yeah.
to
So
release,
it releases the smells.
I mean, it sounds. What you're saying sounds legit.
Yeah. This is how they do it, science.
I believe it.
But this place was whimsical. Very claustrophobic, but that was part of the charm, I think. Like you'd almost hit your head on the shelves above.
Oh yeah.
Because of all the books coming from the ceiling, wall to wall. I think I probably had like maybe a foot on each side of me where there was empty space.
Yeah, it was definitely full of books. It's what you would expect from an old world kind of charm bookstore. Definitely not a Barnes and Noble.
Oh no. Next we went to Gilgamesh the River, which is a local chain. It's huge. I mean, this building is probably, we have two in Salem, but this one's probably the biggest and the nicest one.
Yeah.
I would say lots of room. They had a stage for, again, live music.
Yeah,
It's a
there's
big
live
thing.
music playing while we were there. The whole back half is kind of like an open air atrium, sort of, so you can eat outside, still get that sunlight, but stay dry and warm at the same time.
Yep, they had a whole seating area upstairs. So it just goes to show that though it is a small town, it does have kind of some big town features.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely growing and there's a lot of business and companies moving into the area. So overall, Independence is a small, charming city. It offers a lot of historical architectures, cultural events, and outdoor recreational activities.
Yeah. So if you're interested in learning more or exploring the possibilities of homeownership in the Independence area, let us know how we can help.
I hope you found that information useful. I should be covering a new city or a new neighborhood, new event in Oregon every week or so. But if there's anything you want me to cover, please let me know and I'd be happy to check into that for you. I am a mortgage loan officer, so if you do plan on relocating to Oregon, let me know and I'd be happy to help you with that transaction. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.